What a lot of pain. Can I hear anything? Yeah. I can
Testing
hear.
1 2.
Why does yours sound way louder than mine?
It's that bass, bro.
Yeah. I think it is.
Did you hear my bass? The bass in my in the trailer. I noticed that. What part? The part when I'm in the park. How does that part go again?
We're two friends in their 30s.
Yeah, we're two friends in the 30s. Shit, the raw.
Oh, now you know your fucking lines, yeah.
And often, well, I'm listening. I have to fucking say it 1,000 times, bro. But yeah, there's bass in that voice.
What do you think of the trailer now? It's done fully.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'm glad it's gone out. I'm glad. Yeah, we just put it out now. What do you think of? How do you think the reception of it has been in terms of?
I know one person that really liked it.
I was gonna speak to you about that. Oh gosh, let's not talk too much about it because you have to cut all of this
I'll
out.
cut this bit out.
You have to cut everything out.
Nah, we'll see how it looks in the post. Is it bullying?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, okay, fine.
But as for the trailer, as for just the general feedback, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pleased. I didn't really have expectations. Obviously, small, I had hope that, whoever saw it would like it at least.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the people that said they've seen it said they like it.
Yeah, I felt like it was good though. I mean, I felt like we got just good engagement on it in terms of decent amount of likes. Few people commented, mostly people to be honest.
It's just the girls from work.
Yeah. But I feel like it's got decent reception so far. Anyone kind of specifically kind of reached out and just gone into more detail in terms of feedback? It could be anyone that we know, like mutual or not.
Not really.
Yeah.
One, like, not anything feedback-ish.
Yeah.
Just, looks good. But I feel like everyone's going to say that at first because of the initial excitement. Tina said something. She said, be aware of your millennial pauses.
The what?
Millennial pause?
What's that?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So apparently the millennial pause is something that we do, the older lot do. Like, just say we're recording something and we're looking at the camera. So I'm just going to say, welcome to Should Have Gone to Therapy. Right?
Yeah.
But they go like this. Welcome to Should Have Gone to Therapy. And they'll leave that pause in.
Yeah.
Whereas the Gen Zs will just go, welcome to Should Have Gone to Therapy. And it will cut straight into like halfway through the welcome. Welcome to Should Have Gone to Therapy.
Yeah.
Whereas we'll set the camera up and go, welcome to Should Have Gone to Therapy.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a millennial pause.
First
I just think,
that.
what
difference does that make?
It just shows our age, I guess.
Well, we fucking said we're 2 blocks in our
30s. Yeah. The millennial pause. Yeah. But then I TikToked it. It's a thing.
I get it though. I get it because I guess the Gen Z generation, they just want quick.
Now.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Entitled little pricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be success and what would be failure?
With what?
With this podcast. Now that the trailer is out and now that we're in action to start releasing.
Honestly,
yeah.
I think I still say what I said in the first episode where already with what we've done, I don't think it can be a failure because of what I've learned from the podcast. So what I want from what I consider to be a successful failure is different from what is a successful failure, because a podcast can fail and not do anything and stop after 50 episodes. But that might not be a failure to me because it might have taught me A, B, and C skills that have taken me somewhere else, which was the purpose for the podcast for us in terms of more just keeping us on track and accountable while we work towards our goals. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So if we can do that, regardless of what happens numbers wise or with metrics with the podcast, if we do that, it's a success for me. But on paper, that wouldn't be a successful podcast.
That makes sense. Is that part of the prep you did?
No, that's just my thoughts on it.
Nah, fair enough. No, that does make sense. What has your perception on failure always been like this then? Because I think what you're saying is, which I'm in the same boat as you, is that regardless of what the outcome is, it can't be a failure because along the way, it's taught us certain lessons that we can use to lean into something that can be successful ultimately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, has that always been how you perceived failure, or how you perceived, or how you perceive success even?
No. I think I've had to make myself believe that about failure with this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the fear of my previous perception of failure maybe would have stopped me from even trying to do it. Do you get me?
Yeah. So the thought of failing wouldn't even, would put you off even trying to begin with. Yeah.
Because in my head, why am I going to start a podcast? I don't have this. If I don't get, because if I look at the podcast I watch myself, I can't compare myself to them. They've got 2 million subscribers and get millions of views. So if I said to myself, unless we get that, the podcast is a failure, I would never have done it. So I had to take the numbers, or the views or whatever it was out of, I guess, my example. No, I had to take the views or the numbers,
like
of
your
followers
metrics,
out of my metric for success.
Yeah,
because that's not. I couldn't rely on that. I could only do what I can control, which is putting the podcast out, teaching myself new skills, and improving our project as we go along. Yeah. Which to me, if I do that, success.
Yeah.
Has that always been your outlook on it? Like, if I fail, fuck it. At least I've learned something.
Yeah, I mean, I think I naturally was that. Like, I've naturally been more, like, less risk adverse, or should I say more of a risk taker. So I think I've naturally had that in me, but I've not really understood exactly what the implications of that was and what I was learning from it. And I think a lot of times I'll end up making the same mistakes over and over again anyways, because I don't necessarily take the lessons from it. I just think, oh, let me just do the same thing and try and maybe it'll yield a different result. So I think I do have that natural.
Einstein said doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result is insanity.
It's insanity. Is it Einstein that said that?
I think so.
Yeah. So I was insane at one point, probably.
Just gotta keep trying.
Yeah, I was insane at one point, but I think that's somewhat a good characteristic because you don't shy away from doing things, and you're willing to just jump 2 feet into something. But I think it needs to be shaped a little bit more. And I think recently, like maybe over the last month is when I've really formed the perception, when I've really like digested what failure actually means. But let's say over a longer period, over like the last 1 or 2 years, I've kind of been more taking the lessons more prescriptively from times when I have failed, or occasions where I have failed over the last 2 months. So changing my strategy, or altering my approach, or changing certain actions that I'm doing.
Applying the lessons from your failure.
And applying the lessons from my failure. So I've been doing more of, like, I've been doing that over a longer period. But I would say, again, the last month really is just when I've actually digested what that actually means.
So you say that,
and what it actually leads to.
What does it mean?
What does failure mean?
Yeah, to you.
It's gonna sound cheesy, but I think Giannis Antetokounmpo said it the best.
What?
It's not failure; it's just steps to success, bro. That's it.
Is that Giannis said that?
That's actually what he said. That's it. And I think it could just be like you can say something like that, yeah, and people will be like, yeah, I agree. Like, but do you really digest that? Like, can you really take the understanding of that and apply it to your experience and your situations, and really break that down into certain situations that you've been in, and understand how that has led to success? I think that's the difference maker, because you can just say it, but if you really break it down and understand how those failures led to the steps to success, that's what it takes to really like absorb that and digest that.
So what failures have you had that you think have led to success? Like an example. Don't say getting jobs, but like where you've actually applied the lessons from your failure to improve your next attempt. So like we could say something.
Do you know what?
Go on.
What was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say you could say something simple like your handstands where you've practiced and practiced.
Yeah,
and practiced.
I was gonna go there as well, but
is that taking lessons from a failed one and applying them, or is that just practice and building your skill?
It's both. It's both. And I was gonna go there as well. I was gonna say like a muscle up as an example, but I think a more specific example could be this podcast and getting comfortable, being vulnerable, and speaking about our experiences in front of a freaking camera. And I think failure from my perspective to start off with was the first few recordings where I was just cringing at what I was saying and just feeling like I wasn't able to articulate myself properly and feeling like a fraud, imposter syndrome. Like, I can't. Why's your lips moving like that, bro?
I just laughed trying to laugh.
You're doing a Thierry Henry smile, bro. It's crazy.
Because I remember the stuff that you said you were doing,
yeah,
and it just took me back to the looking up thing. It made me giggle.
They're looking up.
Was I doing the wiggle?
yeah, the wiggle. But it's crazy because, like, even with that, it was failure from my perspective. It was like me perceiving myself as not living up to a certain standard that I thought I would come across as. So I was looking at it from a failure from an internal perspective. Who knows if those episodes even went out, people could have thought, oh, it wasn't too bad or whatever. Like, he seemed okay. So it might not even have looked like failure to other people, but from my perspective, I felt as if it was a bit of a failure because I was just embarrassed by by myself in a way.
And did you actively think about stuff that you'd done in them recordings on your next recordings to make sure you were doing them differently?
Yeah. I did. Yeah, I did. So the lessons that I took was obviously just watching myself back, trying to take things forward in terms of what I think I can improve in, trying to work on those, trying to get more comfortable. And I think, like you said as well, an aspect of it is repetition.
Yeah.
And practice as well. But repetition and practice along with the right implementations to make the necessary improvements. Tweaks and improvements to make the necessary changes. So
is that the same sort of technique you used when teaching yourself the splits?
No, that's just natural, bro. It is. Fuck, man.
Let's just take a second. I'm just gonna put the video right here of you doing the splits.
It's not even
in Tesco's. Tesco's?
Yeah, Tesco's.
That was quite impressive.
Sunday shopping. It wasn't even a full split. I wasn't even going all the way down.
You just
the aim is to go all the way down.
You stepped into it like a stripper, bro.
The aim is to go all the way down, bro. That's it.
Did people see you?
Groin to ground.
It's a groin to ground. The stripper's motto. I was saying to Nigel, because I was showing him the video. What did we show him the video? Well, I can't remember, we were talking about it. And I said, Nana would never do that in Tesco with us. And he was, because I said, if I did something silly in Tesco, Nana would just be like, bro, stop messing about, man.
Yeah.
I said, he'd never do the splits in Tesco with us.
Yeah, no, it's funny, man, because, yeah, I suppose it feels like when I'm with Laura, it feels like certain things that I wouldn't do. Like you said, I probably wouldn't do shit like that with you lot around in public in Tesco. But with her around, it's like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like being annoying is kind of like a love language in a way. Yeah.
For you?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, to her.
Did that, what, just to wind her up?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, just to be silly, I suppose, and just, yeah, maybe wind her up, annoy her a little bit. That's it.
You're so in love, mate. You're so in love. Just to be silly, I suppose. It's just fun to be silly with your girlfriend.
That's not how I said it.
That's exactly how you said it.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's fine. Oh, let's upset.
Why can't you be silly with us?
Huh?
Why can't you be silly with us?
You don't deserve my silliness. Go back to failure quick.
Yeah.
Just before we we cap it off. What about you? Any specific examples of outside of the podcast?
Of failure.
Yeah, and using the lessons from the failure to end up being successful in something.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know if you're gonna like the answer.
Bro, it's relative, isn't it?
I was gonna say talking to girls.
I knew it was gonna go there. I knew it was gonna go. I knew it was gonna go. But I think that, bro, that's a good example,
I
though.
was genuinely gonna say talking to girls.
I think that's genuinely a good example, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Previous failures and rejection have taught me how to refine my. I don't want to say game, but like refine my
Approach,
conversational skills.
Yeah. What was you doing? Firstly, that you was failing at.
I still fail now.
Yeah, I mean,
really, but I guess it just you can't be everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah,
So I don't think I change my approach as much anymore. Like I used to. I guess I said this to one of the boys I think during the week as well, that all this, like the little games and the little approaches and the different lines and conversations, they work temporarily. But I think what shines through really is just being yourself.
True.
So I think that's what I've learned over time. I think where I failed is where I've maybe tried to, I don't want to say manipulate or lie.
Be someone you're not.
Be someone I'm not. Or, do you know what
I can fuck with that.
Do you know what I mean? I think we've all done it to an extent to impress or to like get people to like us or whatever. So I think when I've done that and it's failed, I've thought, why the fuck have I done that? I could have just been my normal self.
Yeah.
So then over time, I've just been my normal self and just had conversations with people and not felt the need to like approach people on a. That's something that I failed at, actually. There you go. I hate approaching girls on a, oh, you're so beautiful, can I get your number? Ba-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Hate it. I get it. It works. If you want to go chat someone up, go chat someone up. But
Yeah.
I've found that the best way to chat people up is to not chat them up.
Yeah. Just be normal.
Yeah. And I've tried to chat people up and do like silly ways of getting someone's number or do you know what I mean? Or chat up lines. And no, I'm not going to say that one. I've hurt my knee. Have you got a plaster? Like, I've said that to a paramedic.
We all have, bro. We all have.
But now at my age now, I just be myself.
True.
I had my blood test. I told you I had my blood test, innit? Got my results back.
Yeah.
Guess what's wrong with me? Have 2 guesses.
Nothing.
No, there's something.
There's something.
Yeah. And it's exactly what you would expect it to be from me. What do I moan about all the time?
What do you moan about? Your weight? I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm finished. We're not recording anymore.
What?
That was so mean.
What do you mean?
That was so mean.
Am I wrong? Your shoulder and your weight? I don't know. Am I wrong?
Something else?
Your hairline?
I'm just gonna stop you now. I'll tell you. Sunlight. Nothing.
Sunlight.
Nothing about my insecurities of my appearance. More just my lifestyle.
Yeah, but that's normal though. Vitamin D deficiency is normal for.
Well, I don't think I had it before, but I've been stuck in the UK for 6 weeks, and all of a sudden I've got vitamin D deficiency.
I've got it as well. It's normal for people in European countries. Let's to be honest.
Well, get me out of here.
I even bought like vitamin D tablets that I was meant to take daily. I think I took like 10.
You told me to take them as well.
Yeah, and I just didn't keep up with the daily.
With your blood test, did they call you?
No.
Well, they've booked me in for a phone call, so something's definitely wrong with me.
Well, what else came up?
I don't know. They've booked me in for a phone call.
Oh, when?
April. 2nd of April.
I mean, it can't be that serious then. If it was anything serious, they won't be waiting over a month almost a month to follow up. But then again, the NHS can move slow sometimes.
Yeah, well,
but this is private, isn't it?
no, this is NHS.
Oh, is it?
they can move slow because I had my follow-up physio today as well. And he goes, oh, your initial physio referred you to face-to-face physio. So you should have been called by now. Have you not been called?
Yeah.
I said, no. How long should it take to call? 2 to 4 weeks. I said, okay, well, it's been 6. Fucking,
Yeah.
This is why I didn't clap for the NHS.
Yeah.
I booed at 8 o'clock.
I've had some questionable...
Stalkers?
No.
You've not had a stalker, have you?
No, I mean openers.
Oh.
One like, yeah.
What's your best one?
Tune in for the next episode.
No, come on,
Get
come
into
on,
that. Huh?
Come on. Give us one liner.
I actually can't even remember. I mean, that's... what's my best or my worst, shall I say?
That's what I think I've learned. The one-liners and the openers, the shit ones, the cheesy ones, they only work if the other party already wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because if you come up with a shit one-liner, if they have 0% interest in just looking, what you say doesn't matter on that opener. Because if they've looked at you and they think yes or no straight away. And if they think yes, they're going to go, ha, that was so shit, and open the door for conversation.
Yeah.
And if they think your one-liner was shit and they look at you and think no, they're just going to go. And that look there hurts a bit.
Yeah, it's based on the physical attraction as well.
Yeah,
that's the initial attraction.
That is all it is based on for the first 20 seconds.
Yeah, so
that's the only thing it's based on.
If you got a bit of that, then you know you're halfway. You can get away with more in a way, but
you are 100% of the way there for the first 30 seconds. For the first 30 seconds, then it matters what comes out your mouth.
Yeah,
because you could be the most charming guy, but on that initial interaction on the street, if that's why I don't like approaching people in this way either, but you know the guys that stop girls in the street, excuse me, if they think you're ugly, they're just gonna walk on. No, sorry, I don't want to buy the big issue, and they're off, bro. They're gone.
But I think in some shape, like, it can be beneficial to start off like that, just so you just learn yourself in terms of like the hard way, or you just, like I said, just jumping in 2 feet, not necessarily shying away from just taking that initial action to do so, because I think it'll be harder if you shy away from it, and also you're a bit weird and socially awkward because you're not getting the reps out. You're not getting all that, you're not getting all that rust out of you, and learning from how you should actually be, conversing with someone, whether that's a girl, whether that's, in a networking environment, wherever it fucking may be. But
it's all the same.
So I think sometimes it is best to even start with what you can. You know what I mean? Start with what you can. If all you got is the gimmicks to make you feel as if you at least you have something to say,
then just say it.
Nice. But then over time, if you don't drive yourself insane, you don't, if you're not you don't execute the insanity model that Einstein talks about, then then you'll eventually learn.
I mean, I've even like smiled at girls before and they've just gone, nah.
Yeah.
Hi. No.
Nah, not interested.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've also gone, want to have sex? yeah, okay. Oh, really? Yeah, okay. Come on then, let's go. So it swings in roundabouts. Honestly, it swings in roundabouts, I think.
If you don't try, you won't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that second one.
Nah, neither would I.
I'm 2 for 2 on that approach.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
Nah, neither would
I wouldn't recommend it. There was just, you could just feel it. You know them ones? Sometimes you feel, they were looking at me a certain way and I went, do you want a shag? Yeah, okay. I was like, okay, come on then. Was there anything else to talk about today?
Nah.
No?
Anything else from you?
I don't think so. That'll be a short episode.
How long have we been recording?
45 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's never 45 minutes of content.
What do you mean?
Like, if we record for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
the episode's normally 45 minutes.
Which is all right. I mean, it can be a 20-minute episode. It can be a 25-minute episode. It's all right.
I was thinking we actually need to do... We put Track Sundays in. I mean, a couple episodes ago and a little bit of travel-ish footage, but we've not done anything since.
We haven't, no.
I've not even been away, so it's tough, but then we've not done anything on our side here either. So we'll find time to. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Short and sweet, I think, by the time we edit it.
Yeah.
Comment, like, subscribe. What else is there to do? Comment, like, subscribe. I hate
share.
That.
Comment, like, subscribe, share.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us feedback. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you like to see.
Don't tell me. Tell them.
I'm telling them.
Oh.
Let's look in the middle. Let us know what you like to see. Suggestions, feedback, how we can improve. Let us know. You know, if you want to be a guest, also let us know.
Are we going to have guests?
I guess so.
We can't record in here if we have guests. Thanks, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Bye. What?
You said it.
I always say it. What are you
You
talking
never
about,
say bye, but I always have to say bye.
I always say it.
Bye. Say bye.